Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Fearless Friday with Coach Sammy Love, where I come every Friday to bring you an empowering word, to bring you an encouraging word, to bring you an uplifting word. I pray you guys have had an amazing week. I pray that God has moved on your behalf this week. And if you feel like God hasn't done anything on this week for you, just continue to trust him because he will move on your behalf. I just wanted to come and just bless y'all real quick on this Friday. Today, my topic is about it's spring cleaning time. Oh my goodness. I truly believe today is the first day of spring and it is spring cleaning time. Guess what? I want to tell you, TikTok. Guess what I want to tell you, YouTube? It's time to release. Oh my goodness. It's time to release those things that are out of season. It's time to release those things that God has told you to let go. It's time to release those people, places, and things. Let me tell you, it is time to spring clean. It is time to step into that new season that God has called you to step in. And I'm just excited to come and encourage you guys on this Friday because guess what? I know that some of us have a hard time letting things go. We hold on to stuff way past its date. We hold on to stuff way past its expiration date. We just hold on to stuff. But I'll come to tell you on the first day of spring, it is time to release those things. And I want to talk to you real quick about the power of releasing. The power of releasing. Releasing those things. Once again, people, places, or things that God has said you cannot take into your new season. Blessings, Maya, blessings. Those things God has been told you to let go. Those things that are of your former, those things that are of the old. And God is telling you it's time to release them. I need you to release them so that I can give you the new. And so I want to talk to you real quick about the power of releasing. Do you not know that the enemy don't want you to release things? He wants you to hold on to the old things. Why? Because if you continue to hold on to those things that God has told you to release, God cannot put nothing new into your hands. If you're still holding on to the old things, the old memories, the things that God has said has expired, guess what? He cannot give you the new. The Bible says that we even need new wineskins for new wine, okay? God needs to do a new thing. He needs it to be a new a feeling, a new place that he can pour his new thing in. So I'm going to give you some key principles to help you realize or help you execute your power of releasing. For those who like to hold on to things past their season, for those that God has been telling you to let it go, but you've been holding on to it because you're just so comfortable. Do you not know that comfortability will keep you in a stagnated state? Comfortability will keep you in a space that God has called you to go higher, and you will stay in a space that the season is up. Let me tell you, you don't want to be in a space when the season is up, because what I've come to realize is that when the season is up, so is the grace. I'm gonna say that again. When the season is up, so is the grace. And I truly believe that when the grace is gone and you stay in the season, then that's when it becomes overwhelming. That's when it becomes a struggle with you. That's when it becomes unbearable. Why? Because the season is up. God told you to move on. God told you to get rid of it, and you still have it in your possession. You're still showing up there. You're still doing the things that God told you not to do because the season is up. So number one, I'm going to just show you the power of releasing. Release creates room for renewal. Oh my goodness. You cannot receive new blessings while holding on to expired ones. So release creates room for renewal. Like I told you, I said I'm going to talk about the power in releasing. So what it does is it creates room for renewal. It creates room for God to do a new thing. It creates room for a new thing to happen. It creates room for growth. It creates room for stretching, right? It creates room so that to a larger capacity. But when you are not willing and you're holding on to those things after their expiration date, that's just like having some groceries, right, in the refrigerator that you know that you go and you look at them and they have expired. Let's talk about milk. When you go and you see and you pull out that old expired milk, it has lumps in it. It has a smell to it. You may pour it out. It's all thick. It's just nasty. It's distasteful. You dare not eat it. Why? Because it's beyond its expiration date, and then it's showing signs that it's not good for your intestines. It's not good for your stomach. So just imagine when you stay in a place that God has told you to release, or you're holding on to something that God says, daughter, I need you to release that. Son, I need you to release that because I want to do a renewal, right? And you're holding on to it. Could you imagine what happens to that thing that you're holding on to? That's why it becomes a burden. That's why it becomes something that was once joyful. It's not joyful no more. Why, Sammy? Because its season has come to an end and you continue to hold on to it. You don't want to be in a new season with old things. I'm going to say that again. You don't want to be in a season with old tools, right? Because do you not know that this new season that God is taking you in is going to require the new things that he has called you to do? I remember years ago, the Lord told me, he said that when you were in the wilderness, the things I gave you in the wilderness was for the wilderness. But now that you have come out of the wilderness, you don't need the things that you once had in the wilderness. I'm going to say it again. The Lord told me, he said, when you were in the wilderness, there were things you had because you were in the wilderness. But now that you have come out the wilderness, you don't need those things no more. Oh my goodness. Just like the children of Israel, when they were in the wilderness, God fed them manna from heaven. He caused rock water to come out of a rock. But once the children of Israel got into the promised land, the land flowing with milk and honey, you did not hear it again that he brought water out of the rock. Now they had streams, right? Now they had animals, they had cows, they had whatever other animals they had livestock, they had things that now they can go make some bread, they can go have their meat. Why? Because now it was in that land. The things that they had are the things that God used in the wilderness, he no longer used in the promised land. So let me tell you, when you stop and you don't want to release things, let me tell you, you're not allowing God to give you the things you need for that season. Oh my goodness. See, because what you got to understand, y'all, I'm getting excited. What you got to understand, there's a time when we're walking with God that what worked in one season will not work in this season. It was just for that season. And a lot of times God is telling us, I need you to let that go. I need you to it's ran its course, let it go, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a job, whatever it may be. And God has said, I need you to release it, but you're holding on to it. Oh my goodness, as if your better days have come and gone. I just want to encourage you on a side note that your best days is up ahead of you. So it's okay to release that thing. It's okay to let that thing go on about its business. It's okay. Why? Because greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. What God is doing in you is great, and greater is up ahead of you. Your best days are not behind you. Oh my God, TikTok. Oh my God, YouTube. Your best days are not behind you. Your best days are up ahead of you. And so I want to just continue to encourage you and help you see the power of releasing. Number 2. Okay, when we're talking about the power of releasing, number 2, letting go, letting go is not losing. It's stewarding your energy. It's stewarding what God is giving you. It's not losing. Just because you have to let something go, it does not mean you are a failure. It does not mean you have lost. What it's doing is that I'm only going to steward what God has given me to do. Some of us are carrying things. Some of us, we are carrying things. We are carrying people. We are carrying stuff that God has not assigned to us, but because of our heart, we have took it upon ourselves to carry it. I remember, you guys, even coming into this year, I told myself, no longer am I carrying things that don't belong to me, because I had a problem because of my kind heart. And because I care about people, I was carrying people's stuff. I was carrying all their stuff while trying to carry my stuff. And it was burdening me down, right? Because I'm supposed to give those burdens over to God. And so what happens is, just because you release some things, you release some people, it's not that you're losing. Let me tell you, it's not that you're losing, but what you're doing is you're learning how to steward well what God has given you. You're learning how to steward well where God has called you. Why? I don't want to be holding on to something that God said I should have let go 10 years ago. Why? Because it's taking up space. See, God clears out the space to bring in the new. But if you got a gang of clutter, that's why I said today is the first day of spring, and it's time to do spring cleaning in our life. And I said, I'm going to teach you on the power of releasing. I need you to hear me and hear me, hear me and hear me on today, that it's time to release those things that has ran its course. It's okay. It's okay. Some of us, we are trying to resuscitate things that God said, let it die. Woo, Jesus. Some of us, I'm going to say it again for those in the back. Some of us is trying to resuscitate things that God has said, let it die, let it go. You don't need that no more. But we're trying to breathe life into that thing. Oh my goodness. We're trying to breathe life into something that God said, let go. Number 3, everything has a season. See, I'm once again, for those coming in, I'm teaching on the power of releasing. I want you to see how powerful it is to release things, that you don't have to hold on to stuff and hold on to people and feel like you didn't lost or I'm a failure because I wasn't able to turn it around. Maybe God just put you there just to bring that peace. Maybe he just put you there just to bring that joy. Maybe he just put you there to get people on their feet. But this was never a resting place for you. This was never destiny. It was just a part of the assignment. So everything has a season. What served you in one season may hinder you in the next. I'm going to say that again. What served you in one season may hinder you in the next. That's why we got to release things when God tells us, because it may have served you. It was well in one season, but in this new season, it will hinder you. It will keep you from going forward. It will keep you from getting your best from God. And so you got to be like, I'm going to release it, Father. If you're telling me to release it, whether it's people, places, or things, Lord God, I'm going to release it. Why? Because I want to make space for the new. Ooh, Jesus. I want to make space for the new. I want to make space for the new things God is doing. I want to make space for the great thing God is doing. I want to make space for the breakthrough to happen. I want to make space for the transformation to happen. So, Father God, I'm going to release it because I want to make space. Y'all, I'm getting excited. Number 4, we're talking about the power in releasing. Release requires both choice and courage. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. Release requires both choice and courage. Letting go is a decision and a process. Ooh, Jesus. You got to make up in your mind that I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let her go. I'm going to let that thing go. You got to make a decision that you're going to let it go. And it's a process. It's a process. Because some of us don't have to walk our way through it. Why? Because some of us have been handicapped by the things that are in our comfort zone. And what I mean by that, there are things that we have in our comfort zone that are hindering us. But because it makes us comfortable, we don't have to stretch. We can do this on autopilot. We want more, but we're not even striving for more. And so I want to encourage you on today to make a decision to no longer hold on to anything that would stagnate you. Don't hold on to anything that will keep you from growing. Don't hold on to anything that will keep you from going to the next level. If God says it gotta go, it gotta go. If he says those friendships no longer, you should be involved in those groups or those friendships, then guess what? No longer should you be involved in those groups or those friendships. Why? Because the Father knows what's best for you. And so I just want to encourage you on today to don't be afraid to release, because it's power in releasing. This is springtime. It's power in releasing. We need to do spring cleaning of our lives. We need to declutter our minds. We need to declutter our lives. We need to position ourselves for the more by releasing the things that have ran its course. I want you to repeat after me. No longer will I hold on to things past their expiration date. Oh my goodness. No longer will I hold on to things, TikTok. No longer will I hold on to anything, YouTube, that has gone past its expiration date. Why? Because I'm making room for the Father. So I release those things so that I can receive the new. Years ago, the Lord told me, he said, if you keep your hands closed, he said, not only if you keep your hands closed that I can't put anything in, but I can't take nothing out. And some of us is so afraid of scarcity. Some of us is so afraid of not having that we keep everything close knit and we keep our fists closed. But let me tell you, if you open up your hand and you allow God to take the things out that he needs to take out. He will put in the things that you need for the new season. You cannot use the old things for the new season. And God is trying to give you the things you need for the new season. That's why you keep losing the battle. Oh my goodness. That's why it keeps seeming like you just going in circles. That's why it keeps seeming like you are just doing your what they say just winding your wheels, right? They say you just going in circles. It seems like nothing is happening. Could it be that you're holding on to things that God said release long time ago? You had to take it into your new. Oh my goodness. When I think of that, you guys, I think about how when God told Abraham to leave his family and I'm going to take you somewhere. But Abraham was only supposed to take Abraham and his wife, but he took his nephew Lot with him. And you see what happened later on. They had to go separate ways because they started multiplying and then their servants started to fight amongst each other. God did not tell him to take Lot. He took Lot because he wanted to take Lot for him. Take Lot. God didn't say, I want you together, you and your nephew Lot. So that's why I'm trying to get you guys to see that sometimes we are bringing people, we are bringing things into a season that God said, I need you to go in on your own. So you need to release those things. Let me tell you, you are safe in God's arm. You don't need somebody else to go with you to make sure you are safe. Do you not know that when God has called you, he has equipped you and you need to take confidence in that. And so I just wanted to encourage you on this first day of spring to release and to release the things that no longer serve you, to release those things have gone past their expiration date. I thank you for joining me, TikTok. I thank you for joining me, YouTube. Once again, I am Coach Sammy Love. I come every Friday with an empowering word. I call it Fearless Friday. I come every Friday with an empowering word to encourage you, to provoke you, to do whatever it may take you, get you to get up to be who God has called you to be. So if you have not joined my channel on YouTube, go ahead and follow my channel, subscribe to my channel. TikTok, I'm still figuring you guys out. I don't know if you subscribe. I don't know if you a friend request me. I don't know how it go, but I want to thank you guys for giving me an audience on today. I love you guys. Having a blessed Friday. And remember, it's time to release those things that have expired. Be blessed.